Hello guys, and welcome to day 11 of 12 days of Curlingseb. Today I will be talking about some influential songs, or songs that have influenced me in some way. I just said the same thing twice now, didn't I? Some of these songs might have opened some musical doors for me, so I guess we could call them gateway songs? Anyways, let's start. Okay, so first out, Rammstein's Du hast. I first heard that song when I was about 6 or 7, and I've been listening to Rammstein ever since. Next up is Marillion's Incommunicado, the La Gaza Ladra version, the live version. Very important that it's the live version from La Gaza Ladra. I first heard that song when I was in my early teens. We had this interactive chat show on TV. It was almost like radio, only on TV. You could send in text messages and your messages would pop up on the screen, and the host would reply to them perhaps and play some music and have contests and such. And one of the hosts used to put on a lot of rock music, and he put on Incommunicado, the live version, and from the moment you hear the synthesizer, I was blown away. That song might actually be one of my all-time favorite songs. Next up we have Jethro Tull's Songs from the Wood. That is one of the first progressive rock songs I actually put on repeat and listened to over and over and over again. I remember getting an MP3 player for my 13th birthday. I remember getting an MP3 player for my 13th birthday. That was actually quite hard to say, 13th birthday. When I got in bed at night, I usually plugged in my earbuds and I put on Songs from the Wood on repeat until I fell asleep. And it's so groovy though, just give it a listen and you'll love it, I promise. Next up we have Periphery and the song 22 Faces. That was actually the first Periphery song I ever heard. It just popped up in my Discover Weekly on Spotify once, so I put it on repeat, listened to it quite a few times and realized this song is actually pretty good. And that's a story about how I actually found Periphery, which in turn has turned out to be one of my current favorite bands. Next one up is Genesis' song Supper's Ready, a classic. I don't think I need to say anything more about that. Let's move on. The next influential song is Extreme's Get the Funk Out. I don't remember exactly when I heard that for the first time, but when I did, my mind was yet again blown. I had never heard rock combined with funk like that before, so when those two mixed, I got chills, and they were multiplying. Like the video if you get the reference. Actually, the whole album that Get the Funk Out is on, which by the way is called Pornography, is one of the best albums I've ever heard. Next up, we have a Norwegian entry. The band is called Major Parkinson and the song is called 197. Imagine you have Tom Waits on speed and a dash of progressive rock. That's Major Parkinson for you. I remember this song from, let's call it the Norwegian equivalent to MTV. This song apparently was super popular because it was played over and over again, so I listened to it over and over again obviously. Also, the music video is very, very good, so that was my first encounter with Major Parkinson. They have a very unique sound, very good, I like it a lot, so you should definitely give it a listen. Next up we have Coheed and Cambria's A Favor House Atlantic. That was the very first Coheed and Cambria song I heard, but the thing is, the album it is on, which is called In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3, is nothing short of amazing. That album might actually be somewhere on my top 3 favorite all-time albums. Next one up is another Marillion song, Sugar Mice. I can't pinpoint exactly why, but that song might be one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. It is passionate, it is emotional, it is well written, well performed as well, and it is worth 1,000 listens. Moving on, we have Iron Maiden's Wasted Years. Back when I was about 11 or 12, we went to this camp for a week at school, and the chef where we were was a really huge Iron Maiden fan, so he blasted Iron Maiden all through the day. Yeah, I had listened to Iron Maiden before that. I knew a couple of songs and I liked, but there was something about the song Wasted Years that caught my attention, and I just suddenly started to listen to Iron Maiden a bit more. Next up we have the song Rosanna from the band Toto. That song might actually be one of the best soft rock songs ever made. If you really listen to the song, you will hear how amazingly groovy it is. You have the drum shuffle with the ghost notes, you have a very funky bass, you have orchestra instruments. I'm sold. Next up is Queen with Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't think I even need to give you a reason why that song is influential. Moving on, we have Led Zeppelin and the song The Ocean. Yes, I know it's not one of their most famous songs. The reason why The Ocean is an influential song to me is because it is one of the first Led Zeppelin songs I played on the bass guitar. The song is really groovy, and I believe, let's call it, the main theme is in 4/4 and 7/4. Yes, it was. That song also opened up my eyes for Led Zeppelin a bit more, you know, in general. The last song for today is a song that has a bit of sentimental value to me. All in all, it is a very straightforward song. It's not the best song in any kind of way, like the lyrics are what they are, the melody is what it is. It's a very simple song in many ways. And that song is Sean Mullin's Lullaby. When I was a kid, my dad used to play this song when he came to say goodnight and tuck me in at night, and now I'm getting emotional. And those are memories I will cherish forever. Okay guys, those were some songs that have influenced me in some ways up through the years. Do you have any songs that have influenced you in any way? Please drop a comment and let me know. Oh yeah, I will also make a Spotify playlist with all these songs so you can check them out. And you know, as usual, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, drop them down there. Yeah, down there. Okay guys and gals, I'll see you again tomorrow for day 12.
Curlingseb.